Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Kelly. Today is Friday, May 15th. Welcome to the Sewing Room episode 4. Today's mostly going to be, well actually only going to be a show and tell. I'm not going to be talking about any techniques today, and it's not just going to be sewing. I'm going to be sharing my knitting too. Okay, so should we start with knitting or sewing? Let's start with knitting. I have an FO, and FO means a finished object. I'm wearing it. Can you see it? Look how pretty this is. It's a new shawl, and the pattern is called Breathe and Hope. I made this as a gift. I'm actually giving it away. I'll take it off. Show you. It is a crescent-shaped shawl. Okay. Close. Look how pretty the colors are. The entire thing was supposed to be knit with only 2 colors, and I started down here with this beautiful green and blue. I was really, really excited, and it was really intense, and I wanted to brighten it up. So I put in a brighter color, threw in some blue, back to the white, back to the green, and then I changed the ending of the pattern. I kind of do that a lot when I make stuff. I put my own twist on it, and I did this ribbing at the end, this wide ribbing. Look how pretty it is. Ah! So when you knit, you name your patterns, and this one's called Hope for Jennifer because it's for my friend Jennifer. So you can either wear these triangle shawls. They're not for grannies. Okay, you can put it like this, and it looks like a cowl. Look how cute it is. Okay, and I tied a knot around the end because it's really long. You can put tassels or pom-poms. I almost put some tassels and pom-poms, but I don't really think Jennifer's that kind. So, I also wanted to point out today, before I finish talking about my shawl, I am wearing my Hawaiian jewelry straight from Hawaii to cheer me up. Okay, so if you noticed it. Another way, and you can wear these kind of, I guess you call it granny-like. I love shawls because it fits everybody. You don't have to worry if it's going to fit or if it's not going to fit. So my most exciting finished object is a gift for my friend Jennifer, is this lovely hand-knit shawl. Okay, going in the mail soon. I wanted to make my video so I can get it in the mail. I do have another gift for my wonderful friend Jennifer. Now, Jennifer and I used to play with her mother's scarves, which I mentioned in my last video, and I am wearing my scarf dress. I'm going to get to that in a minute. And a long time ago, I had taken an antique silk scarf and made this pillow. And this is the softest silk satin, okay? And the back, it's really, really soft. So this, I don't know if you can see the little puffs, see the little pillows? It's called a biscuit quilt or a puff quilt. And they're just little pillows, and you actually make each little puff individually, and then you stitch them together, and I put a little ruffle, and I used one large scarf to make this little puff pillow. And this one I made a long time ago. So I wanted to make Jennifer a silk scarf pillow because she's kind of the one who got me into them and got me collecting them. And she told me her favorite colors were blue and green. So hence the blue and green scarf. And I went through my stash of vintage silk scarves, and I found this one. I think it's really actually green and black, but I thought it's really cool. So I took the vintage scarf and I cut it up, and I made all these individual little puffs. Okay, and stitched them together, and then the back is just a piece of the scarf. You can kind of see the pattern. There was like these big leaves, and you can see that I quilted the back a little bit too to make it a little so soft. And I made it this shape so that you could put it, on the back of a chair or on your couch, and you can lean on it or take a nap, whatever you want. So these are going in the mail to my dear friend Jennifer. If you're wondering why I made her so many wonderful presents, I found out last month that she has breast cancer. So I thought, well, gee, I can't cure her breast cancer, but as a friend, I could send homemade gifts made with love. And if you make anything for anybody, I think they really love homemade gifts. So my focus this month focused on making for others. And I have another project about making for others. So I wanted to share my silk scarf pillow and my shawl. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm still talking about knitting. Okay, while we're on knitting, the red sweater is in a bag in my room. It's a UFO, unfinished object. Luckily, there's no UFO police coming to my house to tell me that you have to finish the red sweater before you cast on a new project. Luckily, that's not true because guess what? I cast on a new project. Okay, I got this yarn. I call it farm yarn. Okay, it's really sheepy. Okay, it smells like the farm, you guys, and it has little bits of grass and stuff still in it from the sheep. So farm yarn's barely processed. Okay, this deep, colorful yarn, this is pretty highly processed to get those colors and the vividness and chemicals to kind of get this. Okay, this is farm yarn, naturally dyed. Okay, naturally dyed with things you find in the environment. I do not know what she used to dye these. Here's the third color I got. Gorgeous! I renamed this one geranium because it matches the geraniums in my plant over there. I'll show you another day. Okay, here's my work in progress. It's hard to see because I have it scrunched on the needles, but I have 3 different colors of my farm yarn going. And there's the top of the shawl. It's going to be a big triangle. And the name of the pattern is called A Girl's Best Friend. So I'm calling this my new best friend because it feels like a hug from the sheep. Anyway, I get distracted. Okay, so you can see the pattern starting to come, and then this is all scrunched up. Let me spread it out a little bit so you can see that pretty, there we go. It's like a teardrop lace happening. And that thing in the middle, in case you're wondering, that's called a stitch marker. And that way, when I get to the middle of the row, I know that's my center stitch, and I have to do something special there, as you can see. Okay, so that's a work in progress. Now, luckily, there's no UFO police because I want this to be a slow project. I hurried through this. I did this in 8 days so I could get it in the mail. And I want this to be slow. I don't want to hurry through my really sheepy farm yarn and oh, it's from Vermont. That makes it even more special. The sheep that gave this wool live in Vermont. So it's like wrapping yourself in Vermont and the sheep. Sheep hug. I digress. Okay, so this is my slow project. In the meantime, today, well, maybe tomorrow, this weekend, I'm starting a new thing called a mystery knit-along. What does that mean? Okay, a knit-along, first I'll tell you what that is when a bunch of people start the same project and you work on it at the same time. Kind of like a book club. Everybody reads the same book at the same time. And you get together at different points and see where you all are and talk about it. A knit-along is the same thing. Okay, so we're all going to be knitting the same pattern. However, it's called a mystery knit-along because I have no idea what the pattern is. It's a mystery, so you have to trust the designer. So you have to pick someone that you know and like. And this is actually a new designer to me. I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. It's called Meiju, M-E-I-J-U. She's from another country, I think Germany. And so I heard about this mystery knit-along and I'm joining in, and I wanted to show you my yarn over here. Here's the 3 different yarns for my new, it's going to be a shawl. Okay, bring a look close. Okay. So, this is called mohair. Can you see how fuzzy it is? Oh, yeah. Oh. And it's really thin, like a lace weight. This is going to be my beautiful fuzzy mohair paired with my merino. And then my third one is my speckled fingering. Oh, how pretty. So this is another project I'm casting on this weekend. The mystery knit-along. Oh, and the name of the pattern is called Softly Together. So I tried to pick colors that were calming. You know, these are pretty wild colors, which is fine because Jennifer lives in Miami, Florida, so it's very tropical down there. That's another reason I picked bright tropical colors, and I thought that the stripes would make it nautical. But this is the one I'll be knitting. I'm not sure if it's going to be a gift yet for anybody, but I'm definitely starting it this weekend. Softly Together by Meiju, and these are my 3 yarns. I stash dove. What does that mean? Your stash is all my yarn or fabric that I'm hoarding away. So my stash, most of it's in the attic. So I went up in the attic and I dug out. These are yarns I already had. I did not spending money on this. Yarns I already have, so that's a free project. Okay, did I talk about all my knitting? I think so. Okay, I'm ready to move on to sewing. Okay, behind me, I want to talk about, I already showed you the pillow. I want to talk about the dresses. I already did part 2 of the Hinterland dress, the orange one, so I'm not really going to talk about that one. I just have it up there to compare it to this one. Okay. This is, okay, you guys, it's huge. I don't know what happened. I made the extra small. Okay, it's a different designer, it's a different pattern, it's a different fit, and I brought the orange one. This is a Tina Givens pattern, okay? I'm not promoting any of these people, I'm just telling you what pattern I used. So the shoulders are about the same width apart. Okay, I guess so. This one's a little bit wider. Okay, but look at the armhole. Zoinks! It's huge! And look how wide it is. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this dress. It was fun to make. I might give it away. It's really, really too big. But it did come out kind of cute. It was I already had this fabric that I got at the thrift store. So it didn't cost me any money to make this mistake. And maybe I'll give it as a gift. Maybe there's a way to make it smaller. Maybe I'll cut it back up and use it again. Maybe if there's someone I know who's bigger than me and who would be into a black and white checked dress, they might not, and that's okay. It's okay. When I was done with it, even though I put so much work into it and I thought it came out really cute, I wanted to show you, I don't know if you can see the pleated bottom. I put a lot of time into that pleated bottom, okay, and a lot of time into doing the skirt. So it was good practice learning this pattern, okay, but I'm not that thrilled. Okay, let me put these over here. Now, luckily, I am thrilled with the one I'm wearing. Let's put these down. Okay, I'm going to take off the knitting so you can see. Okay, this. Okay. Look at it. It's made from all the scarves. Can you see where I sewed them together? I had to piece two of them here because it was just that little one. Over here is a really cool design thing. Now it looks, it's not a mistake. I feel like those flowers are in the way. Hold on. Okay. Okay. It has this cool thing where you insert this little piece. I can't describe how you sew it. Okay, and then that makes this cool. I don't want to spin on the chair, I'll fall off. So these were all scarves that I had in my collection from the thrift store. This is another scarf down the center. Okay. This fabric was left over from a skirt that I made, was it last year or the year before? So I'm really excited about my scarf dress. I don't know if I would ever wear it to school because the scarves are pretty delicate. Oh, and also, look at how nicely it fits, you guys. I'm really excited because it fits the best. I do not have to wear a shirt under it. Okay, the problem with the Hinterland was that it stretched out and it was too baggy. And, wait, hold on, time for the cat. Hold on, let me go get her. You want to be in my video? Come on, here she comes. Can they see you? Are you too short? Why not? You were just sleeping in the sun. Here, curl up. Come up here. Okay, so another thing I wanted to, there you go. Okay, bye. Oh, a service project I'm working on. I got distracted with the cat. I've been sewing masks, fabric masks. Here's what one of them looks like. I'm doing it for a group in Falmouth. It's called masksforfalmouth.org. It is a group of volunteers. I'm volunteering people. A group of about 48 ladies that are busy. It's this whole supply chain of making masks to give away for free to anyone in Falmouth who needs one. There's a website called masksforfalmouth.org. If you would like to request masks for Falmouth, Massachusetts, That's, the email is, I can't remember, but it's on the website. So the way it works is people donate the fabric, and so there's people who collect the fabric. Then there's somebody who goes home and washes the fabric and cuts it into rectangles and packages it. And then I am a stitcher. So what I do is I drive over to this lady's house down in Woods Hole, and she puts the stuff in a basket in front of her house, and I pick up the basket of supplies, and then I go back and drop it off. So just this morning, I finished my second batch of, I made 40 this week, and I made 40 last week. So here's my, I gotta package them up nice and neatly, but here's my package of 40 fabric face masks that I'm doing. This is my community service project. The ties are made of t-shirt material, and a cool thing is that the Falmouth Road Race is donating all these t-shirts because the t-shirt fabric works really well. You just cut a strip, and then actually when you pull it, it kind of turns into this tube that you can use for a tie. So I have been busy making masks. I make time every week now. I did 40 last week, 40 this week, so that makes 80. Oh, she's back in her stroller. Come on. So my goal is, I don't know what, a couple hundred. Do you see the cat yet? We'll get her. Here's some new fabric that I ordered through the mail with chickens. Look how cute that is. I have no idea what I'm making with it, but it's going into my fabric stash because it's adorable. And I also got this fun, this is called a madras, M-A-D-R-A-S, or madras. I'm from New Jersey, I say madras. And what it is, it's a patchwork. Look at that. I don't know if you can see. All these are tiny little pieces of these fun plaid fabrics sewn together, and it's a really summery, preppy fabric. Look how cute is that? And I am going to be making, I think, a skirt. Okay, I got two. I probably have enough to make a dress. Let's see, I think a dress. How fun would that be for summer? Summery fabric. All right, how are we gonna get the cat in the video? Let me point this down because I'm done sharing. There you go. Bring it down a little, and I'll bring her around the corner. Okay, hold on. Here she comes. Okay, thank you for watching my sewing video. Let me see her yet. I'll just have to pick her up. She's gonna get mad if I pick her up. Come on. She's gonna cry. I know. Say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Keep crafting.